Today I'm going to reveal the 4 most powerful vitamins for dissolving blood clots, clearing clogged veins, and improving circulation in your legs. And let me warn you right from the start, the last vitamin is the most powerful of all. It's the one we physicians have studied most extensively to help older adults avoid serious, life-threatening problems in their veins and their heart. But before I tell you which one it is, I need you to do something very important first. Check whether you have any of these 5 symptoms. If even one of them applies to you, your circulation may already be under serious strain, and this video could genuinely change your life. So stay with me, pay close attention, and don't skip any part of this. Every piece of information here matters. The 5 warning signs of poor circulation here are the 5 most common symptoms that appear when circulation in your legs starts to fail. And I want you to be honest with yourself as you go through this list. If you recognize even one of these signs in your own body, your body is already sending you a signal, and that signal deserves your full attention. Number 1, constant tingling. That sensation that just won't go away. The first symptom is tingling, or a strange, persistent sensation in your feet and legs. Sometimes it starts mild, like your leg is simply falling asleep, but it comes back again and again, at rest, during the day, even at night. This happens because your nerves are not receiving enough oxygen. Your blood is not flowing the way it should. That is not a minor inconvenience to push through. It is a warning. Number 2, cold feet even in warm weather. The second symptom is having cold feet consistently, even on warm or hot days. Most people assume this is just a normal part of getting older. I hear this constantly from patients. But let me be direct. It is not normal. When your feet are cold, even in heat, it means blood is not reaching your extremities with adequate force or volume. That is a circulatory warning, not a minor quirk of aging. Number 3, cramps while walking or during the night. The third symptom is one of the most disruptive, intense cramps while walking, or cramps severe enough to wake you from sleep in the middle of the night and force you to stop what you're doing. That is not normal. That condition has a clinical name, intermittent claudication. It occurs because your muscles are literally not receiving the oxygen they need to function under demand. If you also experience restless legs at night, that relentless, uncomfortable urge to move your legs that prevents proper sleep, that too is a recognized sign of compromised circulation, and it should not be ignored. Number 4, skin changes and wounds that are slow to heal. The fourth symptom involves visible changes in the skin of your feet and legs. The skin may become paler than normal, develop a purplish or bluish tint, or show small brownish spots. These changes mean blood is pooling in the wrong places, your veins are losing structural integrity, and your skin is no longer receiving the nutrients it needs to stay healthy. As a direct consequence, wounds on your legs take much longer to close than they used to, and your legs swell more easily, even after modest activity. Number 5, varicose veins and spider veins, weakened, overloaded veins. The fifth symptom is varicose veins and spider veins. These are twisted, inflamed, visibly distorted veins full of excess pressure. Many people dismiss them as a cosmetic problem, something unsightly but harmless. They are not harmless. They are clear clinical signals that your venous valves are no longer functioning as designed, and that blood is either flowing backward or pooling in your legs instead of returning efficiently to your heart. All 5 of these symptoms are communicating the same message. Your circulation needs serious attention, and it needs it now. But don't panic, because now we're going to talk about exactly what can help you. The 4 vitamins that can genuinely improve your circulation, strengthen your veins from the inside out, and protect you from the dangerous clots that form when blood stops moving properly. Let's start with the first one, and it's one that very few older adults are consuming in the right amounts. Vitamin number 1, niacin, vitamin B3. The vitamin for flexible veins and a strong heart. Niacin, also known as vitamin B3, is one of the most underrated allies for keeping your veins flexible, preventing blockages, and improving circulation in your legs. Most people have no idea just how powerful this vitamin is. Let me give you a picture. Imagine your veins and arteries are like water pipes. Over time, those pipes can harden, fill with fatty deposits, and become progressively narrower. Niacin does the exact opposite. It opens them, cleans them, and strengthens them. Here's how it works. Niacin reduces the formation of blood clots. It keeps your arteries more flexible, it improves blood flow to your legs, and it protects your heart by regulating cholesterol, lowering the bad LDL cholesterol while raising the good HDL. That combination is incredibly valuable for preventing the plaques that block your arteries and put you at risk of a heart attack or stroke. And that's not all. Niacin also protects your brain against the wear of aging. It supports memory and concentration, and it reduces the damage that free radicals cause to your neurons. This makes it a key vitamin not just for circulation, but for healthy aging across the board. Where do you find niacin in food? The good news is that this vitamin is in foods you almost certainly already have in your kitchen. Eggs are easy to include at breakfast. Chicken breast is low in fat and rich in niacin. Salmon and tuna provide niacin along with vitamin D and healthy fats. And almonds make an excellent healthy snack. With a reasonably balanced diet, covering your daily niacin needs is not difficult. How much do you need? For most adults, the recommended daily amount is 14 to 16 milligrams. A single 100-gram chicken breast already provides more than half of that. So in most cases, you don't need supplements at all. One important precaution: if you take niacin in supplement form and exceed the recommended dose, you may experience what's called a niacin flush, a sensation of heat, itching, and redness across your skin. It's not dangerous, but it is very uncomfortable. That's precisely why getting your niacin from natural food sources is the smarter approach. Your body absorbs it more efficiently and without unpleasant side effects. And that's just the beginning, because the next vitamin doesn't just improve your veins. It reinforces arterial walls, reduces varicose veins, and accelerates healing. Let's move to vitamin number 2. Vitamin number 2, vitamin C. The defender of your veins and your skin. Now, we come to a vitamin that most people know, but very few truly understand: vitamin C. And here's something that might surprise you. This vitamin doesn't just strengthen your immune system, it is essential for the health of your veins, your arteries, and the skin on your legs. Here's why vitamin C is so critical for circulation. Your veins and arteries are made of tissue that needs to remain firm, flexible, and resilient. The protein responsible for that structural integrity is called collagen. And here's the key fact: without vitamin C, your body cannot produce collagen. When collagen production drops, veins weaken and become inflamed, varicose veins appear, the skin becomes fragile and discolored, and your legs deteriorate faster than they should. Vitamin C also functions as a natural anti-inflammatory. Have you ever felt that heavy, aching sensation in your legs at the end of the day? Or noticed that your ankles swell and hurt after walking? That's almost certainly inflammation in your blood vessels. Vitamin C helps reduce that swelling, improves the elasticity of your veins, and promotes a cleaner, more consistent blood flow. And here's something particularly important for older adults. Vitamin C accelerates wound healing. When circulation is compromised, wounds on the legs take far longer to close. With adequate vitamin C, that process improves significantly. Where do you find it? The best sources are also among the most delicious. Oranges, lemons, and strawberries are all excellent. Guava is one of the highest sources of vitamin C you'll find anywhere. Broccoli, red bell peppers, and spinach are outstanding vegetable sources. I always recommend consuming these foods fresh, because vitamin C degrades quickly when exposed to air, heat, and light. One important warning: although vitamin C is generally very safe, you should not exceed 2,000 milligrams per day. Above that threshold, you risk stomach discomfort, diarrhea, and an increased risk of kidney stones. As always, obtaining your vitamins from natural food is safer and more effective than relying on high-dose supplements. And remember, we still have 2 more vitamins to cover: vitamin K, which prevents dangerous clots, and vitamin E, which is the most powerful of all. Stay with me. Vitamin number 3, vitamin K. The key to preventing dangerous clots and hardened arteries. Now, we come to a vitamin that many people misunderstand, some actively avoid, and yet is absolutely fundamental for preventing dangerous blood clots. If you take blood thinners, you especially need to hear this. Let's talk about vitamin K. What does vitamin K actually do? It has 2 critical functions. First, it controls blood clotting with precision. Not too much clotting, which creates dangerous blockages, and not too little, which causes dangerous bleeding. Second, it prevents calcium from accumulating inside your arteries. And that second function is enormous, because when calcium adheres to arterial walls, those arteries become hard, rigid, and progressively more blocked. That process is called arteriosclerosis, and it is one of the primary causes of blood clots, strokes, and heart attacks. What does this mean for your legs specifically? When your vitamin K levels are adequate, your veins and arteries maintain their flexibility, they withstand pressure better, they carry blood more powerfully to your feet, and your risk of varicose veins and clots decreases significantly. Vitamin K is literally a protective shield for your entire circulatory system. Where do you find it? Fortunately, it's in foods that are widely accessible and affordable. For vegetables, broccoli, kale, cabbage, spinach, Swiss chard, and parsley are all excellent sources. For fruit, kiwi and green grapes contain meaningful amounts of vitamin K. If you want a powerful, simple, and inexpensive reinforcement for your veins, I recommend this green juice. In your blender, place 1 cup of spinach or kale, 1 stalk of celery, 1 kiwi or half a red apple, a small piece of ginger, 4 or 5 fresh mint leaves, and a small pinch of cinnamon. Blend it and drink it unfiltered in the morning. It is excellent for your veins. Now, a critical point for anyone taking warfarin or other anticoagulants. This is something that very few people understand correctly, and the misunderstanding causes real problems. If you take warfarin, you do not need to stop eating green vegetables. The problem is not eating vitamin K. The problem is suddenly changing how much of it you eat. If today you eat a large plate of broccoli, and tomorrow you eat none at all, your warfarin will not work as it should. It may become either too strong or too weak, both of which are dangerous. What I adjust in clinical consultations is the dose of the anticoagulant. And for that adjustment to work correctly, your vitamin K levels need to be stable every single day. So the practical instruction is simple. Eat green leafy vegetables regularly and consistently. Avoid sudden, dramatic changes. And if you decide to increase or decrease your consumption, speak with your doctor first so the anticoagulant dose can be adjusted accordingly. That way, your blood stays in balance, safely. And now, we arrive at the most powerful vitamin of all. This one not only protects your veins, it dilates your arteries, reduces blood pressure, and prevents clots naturally. Let's go to the final vitamin, the star of this video. Vitamin number 4, vitamin E, the star vitamin for strong veins and clean arteries. We have reached the last vitamin on our list. And I'll tell you directly and without qualification, this is the most powerful one for protecting your veins, your arteries, and your heart. After 3 decades of clinical practice and research, vitamin E remains one of the nutrients I discuss most consistently with older patients who are struggling with circulatory decline. I'm talking about vitamin E. What exactly does vitamin E do inside your body? As the years pass, our cells and blood vessels gradually oxidize. They accumulate damage from a process that happens silently and continuously. Think of it like an old metal pipe that slowly becomes brittle and corroded over years of use. What drives that damage inside your body? Free radicals, unstable, highly reactive molecules that injure your tissues at a cellular level, including the delicate walls of your veins and arteries. This is precisely where vitamin E steps in. It functions as a powerful antioxidant shield, neutralizing those free radicals before they can cause structural damage. What this means practically is that vitamin E protects the walls of your veins, prevents them from thinning and weakening over time, and keeps them biologically younger and more resilient for longer than they would be without it. Vitamin E also reduces clot formation and protects directly against thrombosis, one of the most dangerous circulatory events an older adult can experience. One of its most important clinical benefits is that it helps prevent blood from thickening unnecessarily, promotes free-flowing circulation rather than blood that pools in dangerous areas, and significantly reduces the risk of arterial obstruction. This is especially important for men over 50 who already have some degree of circulatory compromise. And here's something that very few people know about vitamin E, and it's one of the reasons I emphasize it so strongly in my clinical practice. Vitamin E stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and dilates your arteries from the inside. What does that mean in practical terms? Better blood flow to every part of your body, measurably lower blood pressure, a heart that works with less effort and more efficiency, day after day. Think of it like opening a congested, heavily trafficked highway. Suddenly everything moves. The congestion clears, and your cardiovascular system breathes again. Where do you find vitamin E in food? Fortunately, it's abundant in foods that are genuinely delicious and easy to access. Egg yolks, particularly from free-range chickens, are an excellent source. Almonds are outstanding and incredibly convenient. Pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds are both rich in vitamin E and easy to add to any meal. Spinach and broccoli provided alongside a range of other important nutrients. An avocado combined with extra virgin olive oil gives you vitamin E in a form your body absorbs with exceptional efficiency, especially when consumed with other fat-soluble nutrients. A practical benchmark, a small handful of almonds, roughly 30 grams, gives you nearly half of your recommended daily vitamin E intake in a single snack. Add avocado and spinach to your meals, and you're covering almost everything your body requires without a single supplement. Do you need vitamin E supplements? Here I want to be very direct. In the vast majority of cases, I do not recommend vitamin E supplements for my patients. In high doses, the kind you often find in commercial supplement products, vitamin E can increase the risk of bleeding, particularly if you already take blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin. This is not theoretical. It's a documented interaction with real clinical consequences. The safest and most effective approach is always to obtain vitamin E from natural food sources, where it arrives in the right quantity and alongside the cofactors your body needs to use it properly. The ideal combination, vitamins B3, C, K, and E, here's what makes this approach truly powerful. When you combine all four vitamins, B3, C, K, and E, your circulation improves comprehensively, not just in one area. Vitamin B3 opens and flexibilizes your arteries. Vitamin C strengthens the walls of your veins. Vitamin K regulates clotting and prevents calcium from hardening your arteries. And vitamin E protects, cleans, and dilates. Together, these four form an extraordinary team for keeping your legs strong and your heart functioning well. Now that you know all four vitamins, let me show you exactly how to incorporate them, what foods to combine, what quantities to aim for, and what precautions are essential if you're over 60. How to take the four vitamins daily meal plan and precautions for older adults. The ideal approach is not to take everything in supplement form. The goal is to obtain these vitamins from natural foods so that your body absorbs them gradually and safely without overwhelming your system. Here's how they distribute across the day. Vitamin B3, best in the morning. Vitamin C, at breakfast or lunch. Vitamin K, with your main meal. Vitamin E, with foods containing healthy fats, such as avocado and olive oil. This keeps your circulation active throughout the entire day without placing excess burden on your system. Here is a practical daily meal plan you can start tomorrow. Breakfast, rich in B3 and vitamin C. 1 boiled or fried egg. 1 kiwi or guava. A small handful of almonds. And warm water with lemon. With this breakfast alone, you cover a significant portion of your daily niacin and vitamin C needs. Lunch, focused on vitamin K, grilled chicken breast or salmon, a large salad with spinach or kale, cucumber, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and a small portion of avocado. This meal reinforces your arterial walls and keeps your vitamin K levels stable. Dinner, light, focused on vitamin E and circulatory recovery, a spinach and avocado salad, a spoonful of sunflower or pumpkin seeds, and an unsweetened herbal tea. This is a gentle, anti-inflammatory dinner that also promotes better sleep without heavy legs. The anti-thrombosis green juice, if you want an extra boost for your veins, this green juice works powerfully and consistently. Here is the recipe. In your blender, place 1 cup of fresh spinach, 1 stalk of celery, 1 kiwi or half an apple, a small piece of ginger, 4 fresh mint leaves, and a pinch of cinnamon. Blend it all together with 1 glass of filtered water. Do not strain it, drink it with all the fiber intact. That's how your body absorbs the maximum benefit from every ingredient. Drink it in the morning on an empty stomach and wait 20 to 30 minutes before eating breakfast. Within 10 days, you'll start noticing a real difference. Your legs will feel lighter, swelling will decrease, that persistent tingling will begin to improve. And if you combine this juice with the 4 vitamins we've discussed, a daily 20-minute walk, and adequate hydration, you will see your circulation improve in ways you may not have thought possible. 4 essential daily habits for older adults. Walk 20 to 25 minutes every day. Movement is the single best medicine for your veins. Avoid crossing your legs for extended periods. It blocks blood from returning to your heart. Don't sit for more than 45 minutes without getting up, stretching, and moving your ankles. Elevate your legs for 10 minutes before sleeping to reduce inflammation and varicose vein pressure. And drink enough water. Thicker, more viscous blood is a direct contributor to clot formation. 5 important precautions. Do not skip this if you take anticoagulants such as warfarin. Do not suddenly increase or decrease your intake of vitamin K-rich vegetables. Keep your consumption consistent every single day. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease, always consult your doctor before taking any supplements. With natural foods, you will generally have no problems, but supplements can interact with your medications in ways that require careful management. One final note: everything I've shared with you today, the 4 vitamins, the daily meal plan, the green juice, the lifestyle habits, works alongside your existing medical treatment. It does not replace it. If you take medication for blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, or blood thinning, do not stop taking it. These nutritional strategies complement your treatment. They make it more effective, but your doctor's guidance always comes first. Gentlemen, I've worked with thousands of patients across more than 3 decades of clinical practice. Men who came to me convinced that their best years of health were permanently behind them. And every single time, when they committed to these kinds of changes with real consistency, they proved themselves wrong. Not because of a miracle, and not because of an expensive supplement, because they gave their bodies what those bodies were waiting for. Your legs can be stronger. Your veins can be cleaner. Your heart can work with less effort and more efficiency. Your circulation can improve, measurably, noticeably, in a way you'll feel in your daily life. And the path to that is not complicated, not expensive, and not reserved for people with perfect genetics or unlimited time. It starts with what you put on your plate every single morning. So share this information with someone you care about, a friend who complains of leg pain, a family member who struggles with cold feet or swollen ankles, someone who has been told it's just your age and deserves to know there's more they can do. Because knowledge that protects health needs to reach as many people as possible. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and turn on the notification bell. Every week I bring new health content designed to help you live better, with more energy, more strength, and more quality of life, based on real science and real clinical experience. I'm Dr. Daniel Morgan, and remember, it is never too late to take control of your health. Take care of your legs the same way you take care of your heart, because they are working hard for you every single day. It's time to return the favor.